If you're just joining us, come take a look at our Golden West weather camera. I honestly think this is one of the coolest things I have seen in my life, honestly. It looks like a beautiful day, the sun's coming up, and then bam, we get hit with this. You're going to be hearing a lot of thunder and lightning. The storms are still out towards Sturgis, between Sturgis and Spearfish right now, but we're already hearing that thunder actually here in the studio. Again, possible tornadoes on the ground. This one is very, very strong rotations. This is what I'm most concerned about compared to those tornado warnings. Away from this is we're watching this low pressure system off the coast of the Pacific Northwest of Washington and Oregon, and this is going to be the game changer for us come middle of this week. Can you spot the cold front? I mean, it's sticking out like a sore thumb here where that cold front's already gone through. Conditions right here. Check this out. This is, nobody's plowed it, nobody's touched it. We have snow, we have sleet, we have a little bit of everything, and this goes down about at least 2 to 3 inches. And other Black Hills, but a lot of this precipitation not even reaching the ground because the air is so dry, it's evaporating. So the flooded roadway, you turn around and you don't drown because you don't know if the road is even still there underneath those floodwaters. And I'm talking about giant pieces of asphalt. This is not light stuff that got washed out and moved around here. And there's even, it takes a foot of water to float a small car and 1.5 feet to 2 feet to float an SUV like this. Thank you, Vic. And we're looking at our forecast for today, 72 this afternoon in Rapid City. I mean, you compare that to the 60s we saw yesterday, along with the winds. Just kind of seemed a miserable end to May, but those winds blew June right in. We're going to see a pretty nice day setting up, and it's a little bit on the chilly side this morning for you in Gillette and Sheridan. Maybe need some light jackets, you know, kind of almost feels like the changing of the season where you need the jackets in the morning, but by the afternoon you're shedding them with those temperatures into the 70s for us. And here are those winds right now, still just a touch on the breezy side for us in the northern plains from Buffalo, Faith, even out towards Pierre, South Dakota, but winds right now at the airport in Rapid City sustained at 8 miles an hour. Certainly something we can surely handle compared to yesterday, that's for sure. And here's the low pressure system. You can see that spin in the atmosphere moving through North Dakota, moving its way into Minnesota and to parts of Canada. That was what was responsible for bringing all of the nasty windy weather and even the severe weather that we had across parts of the plains on Monday for our Memorial Day. So this cold front and low pressure continue to pull away, and that's going to allow some warmer air to finally move back in here. Plenty of sunshine, but we are tracking a warm front, and that's going to come in for the day tomorrow. And we're going to notice those temperatures getting to near 90 degrees potentially across parts of the plains. And we can't rule out, as this cold front comes through, especially Thursday night, maybe a few isolated rain and potentially even thunderstorms moving through the area, especially across the northern plains of South Dakota. Now, we look at our local forecast today. Pretty pleasant day with those 70s and 60s. I mean, you don't even need the air conditioning today, that's for sure. Maybe still need a light jacket for those temperatures tonight into the 40s and 50s and a few more clouds, and there goes the big warm-up. But it's going to be short-lived with these temperatures in the 80s as we're going to have that cold front come through, bringing temperatures back into the 70s for Friday and Saturday. But there it is, another warm-up for us starting next week. Even we'll get to maybe near 90 degrees on Tuesday, but here's the bad news. Things are staying dry because we really do need the rain. And as we go to break, we're going to take a live look at our Golden West weather camera out of Pine Ridge. So this is what I'm going to look like tomorrow, walking to work in the rain, going to have my hoodie on and everything. Got to stay dry out there, right?
All right. Thanks for the tips.
Anytime. Not all that bad today. At least we're not seeing dew points in the 60s and into the 70s. That's when you really need to buckle up there. With the hats, you want the gloves. Because even though temperatures are going to be in the 30s, you think, oh, well, yes, sir, that's not that bad. But when you factor in the winds that we're going to be seeing tomorrow morning, we're talking about wind chills into the 20s and I'm here with the head honcho of the National Weather Service here in Rapid City, the meteorologist in charge. That's the official title here. Strong winds on tap for tonight. I hope you're heavy sleepers because the strongest of the winds, those 60, 65 mile per hour winds, are going to be happening at around midnight tonight. It's just the perfect day if you don't want to be in the heat. Temperatures into the 70s and 60s this afternoon. You know, the clouds overhead. You're not going to be baking in the sunshine and baking from the barbecue. They're very much snow covered, and it's a good day to just stay at home. I'm sorry, Mom, but this Mother's Day blizzard is probably not what you wanted.